and despite her roommate's intense lobbying, my ween was an obvious non-starter, which left freaking me-mus. This was not the right headspace for what she needed to write. Think serenity, unlimited free time, smugness. Making the most of my me-mus means starting the day with sunrise yoga, followed by a saltstone massage while Mr. L prepares a brunch of hibiscus mimosas and crepes Lillibet. We'll eat on the lanai, lulled by the gentle sound of waves and— Are you kidding me, dickheads? Forget wind chimes and murmuring surf. The only thing Libby could hear was the Pukui brothers blasting Adele on repeat while they worked on their car. This was hour 5. Rolling in the deep had shaken her out of bed. She'd lost count of the number of times she'd been helloed since then. Emoting and power tools, the soundtrack of her life. The bathroom door cracked open, revealing a sliver of her roommate's face, one dark eye and crimped black hair that skimmed her chin. "Trouble in paradise?" Jean called over the sound of the faucet. "I'm trying to finish this 'My me-mus is better than yours' caption." Libby stood, arching her stiff back. Finding like-new kitchen chairs on the curb had seemed like a major score until they tried sitting in them, at which point they understood the previous owner's decision to put them out with the trash. Crossing to the window, she squinted at the grid of fences, clotheslines, and slivers of backyard. In her mind's eye, she tried to replace the actual scene with an idealized version. What would Lillibet see? An ocean view, obviously. A lush yet manicured garden. The fleet of employees to take care of it all so she didn't have to chip her perfect nails. She probably had a chef, too. Maybe food would jumpstart Libby's brain. She yanked open the fridge. "Did you eat all the Spam musubi?" There was a garbled affirmative from the bathroom. Frowning, Libby shoved aside a jar of olives, sending a lone pimiento bobbing to the surface. If she wanted to do mustard shots, she was set. Otherwise, she was looking at a foil-wrapped pita, probably old enough to use as a shiv, and whatever was in this white box. She closed the door with her hip as she peeled back the lid. "Hey, can I finish your sandwich?" The water turned off as Jean opened the door. "It's not mine." "Do I want to know?" "Somebody ordered bar service, but they left most of it." Libby stared at the teeth marks. Neither she nor Jean had ever been shy about bringing home free food from a job, but they usually drew the line at finishing things that had been inside a stranger's mouth. "I was going to use it in a still life," Jean explained, joining Libby in the kitchen. 2 narrow pink foam curlers wrapped her bangs to the hairline. Old master vibes, but also kitsch. What is Lillibet supposed to say about a half-eaten sandwich? "That's the challenge, isn't it? But I'll find something else if you're starving." Libby hesitated. Desperate times and all. "Is it from last night?" "No, but definitely this week." Jean's dark eyes fixed on a spot near the ceiling. "I think. Did you smell it?" "Exactly what you want to hear about a cheese sandwich." Libby took a cautious sniff, immediately jerking her head away. She slapped the lid on and buried the box at the back of the refrigerator, closing the door to keep the stench from escaping. The cherry on top of that moment of glam was the tickle of sensation that brushed Libby's toes. Grabbing the rubber sandal next to the trash can, Libby pounded the linoleum. She was pretty sure the massive roach laughed at her as it slipped under the door to safety. "Did you get it?" Jean yelled. Libby grunted. The splat would have been worse than the skittering. "How do we still have bugs when there's nothing to eat?" "Maybe that's why it ran away?" Jean strolled back into the kitchen with her brows filled in and her lips lacquered a deep red. That level of eye-hand coordination was a source of endless amazement to Libby, who struggled to draw a recognizable smiley face. "We should leave the sandwich out, see what happens." "That would be cruel." "You were going to let me eat it," Libby reminded her. "It's good to give your immune system a workout. Didn't Lillibet say something about that once?" It wasn't impossible. Lillibet was fluent.